Is it too soon to get nostalgic about the 2000s, noughties, aughts, or whatever the hell we're supposed to call them? Of course not. This is the decade that gave us cheap AF downloads and not so cheap iPods to play our favorite bangers on. This list includes the very best rap, pop, rock, R&B, hip-hop, dance, and indie tunes from the decade. Though sadly, there wasn't quite space for James Blunt's inescapable ballad, You're Beautiful. Today, I'm going to show you the top 10 best mainstream hits in the 2000s. Before we start the video, make sure you like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. Number 10. Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg featuring Pharrell. At some point in the early 2000s, hip-hop beats embraced a homegrown, almost experimental aspect to them. As Timbaland and Pharrell incorporated beatboxing, hydraulics, and the sound of a baby wailing into their catalog, Drop It Like It's Hot followed suit. Constructed with tongue pops and an elongated falsetto, Snoop! Paired with a user-friendly dance, Drop It Like It's Hot is a downright classic. Number 9. Fighter by Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera, who spent her preteens as a prominent presence on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, alongside stars like Spears and Ryan Gosling, endured a restricting early career that found her churning out bubblegum pop hits like Genie in a Bottle, before really hitting her own stride. By 2002, Aguilera had rebranded herself as a fully liberated woman with Stripped, a record dedicated to the new Christina, a young woman who was bolder and a bit dirtier. Fighter celebrates her new freedoms and acknowledges the power in learning from the past. "'Cause if it wasn't for all of your torture, I wouldn't know how to be this way now," she sings. Number 8. We Belong Together by Mariah Carey. In the 90s, Mariah Carey was the it girl. She was a fresh-faced, doe-eyed vocal assassin, gracing the hook of every rap song that was smart enough to have her and shocking the nation with a register that was so expansive it made almost no sense. But by the 2000s, Carey was a certified icon, a grown woman who knew her worth and asked for what was rightfully hers. This made We Belong Together an even more noteworthy performance.
Wait a minute, this is too deep.
As Carey stripped herself back a bit, offering a moment of unexpected angelic vulnerability. Number 7. Maps by Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
I'm straight. Oh no. Oh, say. Oh, say.
Maps is a lasting haunt, a devastating song that lingers in the subconscious well after it's finished. Karen O, a queen of the post-punk revival of the early aughts, warbles through the first verse before succumbing to a wave of vulnerability, repeating the iconic plea, immortalized nearly 12 years later in Beyoncé's Hold Up, "Wait, they don't love you like I love you." Between the airtight drumming and building propulsion of an electric guitar beneath her, Maps captures the despair and rage that comes along with requited love, while still honoring the preserved power in O's emotional ownership. Number 6. Someday by The Strokes. In a signature sleepy drawl, The Strokes' Julian Casablancas works his way through a series of fleeting promises, questionable proclamations, and backward figures of speech. Sparing the usual lofty romanticism, Someday indulges in the realistic longevity of a fun relationship, offering no long-term vows. It's a beautiful summation of The Strokes' appeal. Honest and straightforward rock and roll with no added frills, just endearing realness. Number 5. Ms. Jackson by Outkast. On Ms. Jackson, Big Boy and Andre 3000 take on the tall task of apologizing to single mothers everywhere on behalf of absent fathers who are elsewhere.
We say it's hope that we feel this.
As they delicately work through the plights of thoughtless young love and its consequences. Over a beat that audibly warps as the song progresses, Andre 3000 speaks on a tender sentiment that remains largely untouched in hip-hop, adding Beach Boys-esque dog barks over mentions of puppy love and apologizes. Number 4, Hips Don't Lie by Shakira featuring Wyclef Jean.
She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita.
Hips Don't Lie is a fusion of horns and hips with a delightfully catchy hook, thanks to an unforgettable trumpet loop and the perfect pairing of the Fugees' Wyclef Jean and Colombian icon Shakira. While the song was originally written to spark a Fugees revival, Wyclef had to flip it quickly, adding Shakira as a writer and a producer, making its backstory nearly as fascinating as the song itself. Number 3, Complicated by Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne was part of many young girls' childhoods. While her songs Skater Boy and Girlfriend were early 2000s classic, her biggest hit was the 2002 debut single Complicated.
Life's like this.
It's a great song about the power of being yourself and the sense of calm that comes with it.
Out, what she yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before.
The song held the top spot on Billboard's Adult Top 40 chart for 16 weeks in a row and reached the number 2 spot on the Hot 100. Putting this song on the list was the least complicated decision we've ever made. Number 2, Mr. Brightside by The Killers. You can't have early 2000s emo and scene culture without this beloved bop. Released in 2003, Mr. Brightside tells the story of infidelity, paranoia, and jealousy. Written about Brandon Flowers' cheating ex, the single went twice platinum in the US, selling over 2 million copies. And 6 times platinum in the UK, selling over 3.5 million. It's like you can hear the sound of Flowers' heartbreaking within the instrumentals. Flowers' heart is broken no more with the success of the song though, as Mr. Brightside remains a timeless song to sing along to, pretty much everywhere you go. Number 1, Crazy in Love by Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. Queen Bee is one of those incredible artists where there's no difference between her newer and older songs. All of it's straight fire. Fresh off her stint as a group member of Destiny's Child, Crazy in Love was the ridiculously successful lead singer from Beyonce's debut album, Dangerously in Love. Crazy in Love is the song that began Beyonce's legendary solo career, and it also features some bits from Jay-Z back when the two were just dating. Ah, memories. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video.